ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
Put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money, money.
Hold out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up? What up? It is Alex, the fantasy football hustler, back at you. We got another episode of Elevated Sports Talk, and get ahead of the game with all this insider info that I'm about to give you. We're brains, but I like saying manager instead of owner. Let's see, is he the clear cut cuff, or is it DeMarcado, Chade Sutton, or Shaheed for Benson? Thoughts on cuffs in general? I hate cuffs in general because, especially right there, you're going to trade guys who could potentially be starting for you for like the possibility of a handcuff like being used. I don't like that. It's different if you're picking up the handcuff off the waiver wire, but if you're going to trade up to get insurance, like that's not smart. It's kind of counterintuitive, right? You got to trade up for the possibility that you hope that your guy gets hurt. Not saying he will or won't get hurt based on what you do, but you got to trade a whole bunch of that just for the hope that your player gets hurt. It's, never a good move. Drake Ross said trade Jaden Daniels and Debo for Malik Neighbors. I have Josh Allen. That's a lot for Malik Neighbors. I mean, maybe, I guess, like if you just want to super overpay for Malik Neighbors. I know the single QBs aren't much, but the thing is because you have Josh Allen, it's like you're downplaying Jaden Daniels to like nothing. Like he's literally just a throw-in in this trade. And what up, David? What's going on, bro? Oh, and there he was, Rush Lord, who asked about the soundboard. Hopefully you can hear it a little bit. Turn the volume all the way up. And David said, got to start. Sick question. The wafer league chaotic or the shell of what Mark Andrews once was. Man, I'm going to stay true to what I said yesterday. I'm not going to advise that anybody start Mark Andrews over anybody who's gotten targets over the last couple games. So I don't like Cade Otton this week. It's a really horrible matchup for him. But I'm still going to rock Cade Otton, someone who's got, 16, 17 targets over the last 2 games compared to like what Mark Andrews got. It's bad. I want 0 parts of starting Mark Andrews. I mean, I'd really recommend just dropping him. Because you're going to deal with this headache every single week. And if you just give him to somebody, I mean, not give him to somebody else, but if you just release him, someone else picks him up, essentially giving him to someone else. That's what I meant. Then they got to deal with that headache. And what if they start him against you and he gets a big ass 0 and you win by a couple points? I would do it. I would just get rid of his ass, man. Cut bait. Potzone, would you rather have long-term Jalen Wright, McNichols, Vidal, Guidendo? I mean, none of these guys are long-term. Like all of these guys, how we have week-to-week injuries, all of these guys would be on your team from week to week. That's it. That's how we'd be thinking of this. Legit, just week to week. Because this week McNichols may have some value because Brian Robinson not at practice. Austin Eckler still dealing with the concussion. We haven't heard anything about him getting closer to playing yet or anything like that. So I mean, the flavor of the week for me here would be McNichols. Juggernaut, someone I would keep Daniels to block everyone for having him or just start him. Yeah. I mean, you're not starting him over Josh Allen, but I know what you mean. Jamie in the house. What up, bro? Hey, Jamie, look at the ticker at the bottom of the screen with all the injury with all the injury report stuff from yesterday. And David said, thanks. Yes, sir. And Flo said, hey, help me have a gross bye week. Start and sit decision. Man, if this is your gross bye week, you're in trouble. I'm just kidding. Rashad White or Chase Brown? Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I think I'm just going Chase Brown. And you're really open for the receptions. Rashad White. Not really getting too many receptions one way or the other. So that's why I want to lean Chase. Limited practice for Eckler and Ingram yesterday. Okay. Here we go. Nick Von B. What up, homie? So I got a Monron bye. Got Kirk and Olave in this week. McLeod, Atwell, Dubs on waivers. Choices. Who'd you pick? Either Tutu or Dubs. Podson said that ticker bottom line is fire. He said, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. Let's go. Man. Whew. Crazy day. Crazy day. We got Thursday night football coming up a little bit later today. No. I really feel like this game is going to be very, very ugly. I don't know anybody who would think anything different. Yeah, let's see what happens. Shout out to the Seawolves. What up? What up? All right. Well, I guess we're going to smoke more and wait for some questions to come in. We already talked about a little bit of the news, and we got right at the bottom of the screen, we got a ticker of all the injuries for everyone who's watching this on YouTube. All right. And Seawolves got Collins, Lamb, Godwin, Moore. Drop more for Reed on waivers. You don't have anybody else that you can drop besides those 4 people? Or those 5? Or is it like one of those leagues where you have like a limit on how many you can hold at each position? And plus DJ Moore drop for Brian Thomas on waivers or hold. Yeah, because DJ Moore for Reed, I mean, man, like in a nutshell, I want to say yeah, but it's like I kind of capped at 4. Let's see. Let's see who has an easier schedule. I'm not going to trade more. I mean, it's crazy. Bears on paper. I mean, things change as new information comes, but as of right now, the Bears have the easiest schedule going up against teams who like give up the most points to wide receivers. So I wouldn't want to give up him. And the Packers, I mean, they have a pretty easy schedule too, but the thing that sucks about their schedule is the playoffs. A really bad playoff schedule. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on Dubs. I'm gonna hold. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna drop DJ Moore. How about that? Not going to drop DJ Moore. Tucker one J factors out. Looks like McNichols could start because Brian Robinson drip. Yeah, we got to be paying attention to it. Did not practice yesterday for sure. Got the DMP. David, if Devontae gets traded to the Jets, you think that will open a buy low / drop the value for Garrett Wilson? Probably, but I really don't think he's going to get traded to the Jets. Like, the Jets have like no money. Like, that's the thing that's the worst about it is they have no moolah. Someone just said, give me some squares. Let's see. '49ers are not opening the practice window on rookie Pearsall. All right. Lock in these squares for our homie Todd. All right. What's everybody smoking on? I don't think anybody told me. What's everybody smoking on in the chat? 63.98. All right. 1463.98. Okay. Yeah, tell me what you guys are smoking on right now. I'm smoking on some sour Durban cookies. Super tasty. It's a sativa Dom hybrid. All right. There we go. Let's see. Corey said this ticker is a game changer. Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate you. I mean, it's something that I need to, something that I need to keep updating and things like that. And one day, maybe one day we'll have a producer on the show who like does that kind of stuff. But yeah, these are just little changes that we're making to turn this into, just a full-blown entity. Quincy, start 2. Wicks, Worthy, Wandale, Xavier, Jennings, Wandale. It's kind of tough, man. It's kind of tough. I'm leaning Wandale and Wicks as of now. Tyson, Roshan Johnson to start this week. I need an RB for my buy. Well, over who? Is he a start over who? Who else you got as options? Tucker 1J, Pickens or Pittman in the flex. It's gonna depend on if it's Joe Flacco or not. If it's Joe Flacco, I'll go Pittman. If it is Anthony Richardson, I'll go Pickens. Quincy, start 2 out of Hunt, Bucky, and Ford. I'll sit Bucky. Still smoking the old school Kush. I like it. Stranger said, puffing some rotten citrus. Let's get it. David said, got some lemon Kush. Let's go. Samiko Lava and A-Chain for chasing Aaron Jones. Nah, just hold, man. Like, I'm like, for everybody who's like brand new or never heard me say this, like, don't make trades like this. Running back and a wide receiver for running back and wide receiver. It's not improving your team. It's really not. You're trading more often than not 2 starters for 2 starters, 1 player, 1 position. You're getting an upgrade, 1 position. You're getting a downgrade. So I just hold, dude. Hold. Lewd Entertainment. What up? Would you trade your Kyran and DJ Moore for Monty, Pollard, and Reed? Probably not. I don't think so. What up, Marco? Frizio, what up? What up? Loot Entertainment. Stevenson's my RB2. He might get benched. Man, you got to watch my start and sit videos. You really do, because there's a lot of clickbaity shit out there about him, how he's going to get benched. Like, if he's not the starter, that means he just doesn't play the very first snap of the game, and that's it. And like, that would be enough for like clickbaity people to say, whoa, he's benched. The backup running back, quote unquote, sometimes plays, depending on the situation, sometimes plays more snaps and gets more touches than the quote unquote starter. So just throwing that out there. Don't make moves as if Stevenson's going from, I mean, like whatever you think he is right now to like 0. Okay. It's not happening. Anybody who fumbles, you're going to get shit talked about by the coach. You're going to get potentially less snaps, potentially less touches. But, I'm just saying, like, we don't need to panic like he's completely going away. That's all I'm saying. He said, I hear you. Yeah. So, just don't fully jump off the cliff, over Stevenson. That's all I'm saying. And Brazil, what up? Wake up to a trade offer today. They want Olave, Smith, Eckler for Cooper, Jacobs, and Gabe Davis. No, it's horrible, dude. I hate that. Hate that for you. I got Eckler and Roshan. Which one would you start for my buy? Well, we don't know if Eckler is going to play. So if you're at, like, hopefully you come back throughout the week. But I have to say Roshan because I don't even know if Eckler is going to play as of today. Samik said Chase for Olave and Pittman. Why would you want to make that trade though? Like, is your team like struggling? Did you lose some people due to injury, or like, give me the context. Anything you can help me out with the insights on my team? Sure. But don't just put in your whole team and say, what do I do? Like you won't really get a realistic answer like from me if that's what you do. Okay. Seawolves, Javante, Chase Brown, Irving, Braylon Allen, Dowdle, Rashad White, or Zamir White. I can't remember what the question was. Oh, who else is available? Yeah. So what was the question? You were dropping. I remember it was like wide receivers, but now you gave me all the running backs. So what was the deal here? I'm fully jumping off the Zamir White cliff. I feel you, bro. I won't try to deter you from that. I'm the same. I started Jeremy fucking McNichols over Zamir White last week. Like, that's how much I hate Zamir White. And it ended up working splendidly. Splendidly. I felt so great about that. Aiden said, I got Jordan Love at QB. Yeah, and he said, oh shit, sorry. Nah, you're good. I know I know you're a little bit behind. But I'm just saying, when you just give your full team and you're like, what should I do? Unless your team looks like absolute dog shit, which this doesn't, like, you got some injuries. Like, it's kind of is what it is. Kelsey sucked, from the beginning. So you had to run a bad luck in the first 4 weeks, but I'm not going to like completely panic, on this team. I don't think you should. I think, I didn't see if you said what your record was, but anybody who has an 0-4 record, a 1-3 record, a 2-2 record, anything but a winning record, go look at your points for and your points against. If your points against are kind of like tops in the league, that means you just had a fucking, that means you just had a run of bad luck in the first 4 weeks. And, if it's a 10-team league, maybe the bad luck kind of continues. But I would just stay the course. Stay the course. Crispy said, what up, you panicking motherfuckers? What up, Crispy? Yeah, Zaire said I have McNichols. He said, you think Eckler might be my favorite player, randomly drafted him and had him ever since. That's funny. About to fire up some Sherblato. Let's get it, JPZ. Sherblato sounds good. So we got the Sherbert /gelato, right? Hell yeah. Said like said that's a genius move. McNichols made you look like Einstein. You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying, because like he could have got like 3 touches all in the red zone and like no yards. Like it easily could have happened that way. But yeah, dude, made me look like a fucking genius, bro. Like a motherfucking genius. Podson said that 0.1% start for McNichols must have been Huss. I started him. I mean, I'm in a shitload of leagues, but like I started him in one place where like my options were Blackshear from the Panthers, or Jeff Wilson, or Jeremy McNichols, who I picked up knowing that I needed to start him like badly. And that worked out. And then there was 3 places that I was like, man, fuck Zamir White, dude. I'm tired of this fucking experiment. And my teams probably weren't that good anyways, if I'm, picking between Zamir White and Jeremy McNichols only. So I'm pretty sure that I lost all those games, but it felt good nonetheless. Felt good nonetheless. Jason said I got likely this week. Conklin, Ottner on the wire. I'm leaning Conklin. I like Conklin this week. I mean, if you go watch my start and sit video, or not start and sit, but if you go watch my start sit or the waiver wire, I talk about Conklin both times. And I keep saying sorry that tight ends just suck balls, because Conklin fluked you last week in a decent matchup. But this week it's like, dude, you really can't do anything on the Vikings except throw to the tight end. So Conklin better fucking do something this week. He better get fucking 5 targets, 4 receptions, 5 receptions, get close to 40 or 50 yards. And then if he gets us a touchdown, tight end 1. He's a tight end 1 for sure. Hey, Corey jumping in on Twitch. What up, homie? He said single QB. Who would you start? Baker, Darnold, Fields, Carr, Caleb, or Kirk Cousins? I think that I would lean Darnold. I think I would lean Darnold. I bet we're going to get some fluky shit happening across the pond. And it's tough because I like a few of these matchups that you have, and then I hate a few of them, and there's one league where I'm literally starting Kirk and Baker because I have no other QBs. So, yeah, I'm going to say Darnold. I mean, he's just been throwing so many TDs that I just want that action, man. I want that action, and it's not all JJ. It's not all JJ. JJ, like, he's going to take Sauce away. And then there should be a whole other half of the field that Addison and Naylor and Aaron Jones and, that they can all work. Aiden said I'm 1-3. Yeah, so do what I said. Go look at your go look at the points for, points against. Go see if your tops in the points against where like your league mates just like shit on you in these first 4 weeks, that should give you a little bit of like, oh, okay, I just played like one of the worst schedules. It's not necessarily my team. I just had a run of bad luck schedule wise, because it happens. It fucking happens, man. Happening in the NFL. Rushmore said, Trey Tucker, you called that one too. Hell yeah. That was a good one. And Rushmore said, I'm also 1-3, including Rice 0 last week. Yeah, that like, it really sucks when guys get hurt. Like early in the game and then like really get you a low amount of points. It sucks, dude. Zaire said, is McNichols going to start? We got to wait. We won't know. Like Friday, I'll have a more definitive answer for you. And I don't know. It might not be till Sunday morning that I have a super definitive answer for you. We just got to hear more about Brian Robinson Jr. and we got to hear more about Eckler. Jason said, I also got Hall, crossing my fingers on that situation. Won by 2 points last week to put me at 4-0. There we go, man. There we go. Just keep it rolling. Keep it rolling and keep making moves. Because if you're 4-0, 3-1 right now, that shit could easily change in a couple weeks, and you can catch a couple losses during some bad bye weeks. And, you catch a bad run of luck between from the teams that you play against. So nobody rest on those laurels. Okay. And we keep making moves. Marco said Burns, Logan Wilson, Levante sit 1. I'll sit Burns. What up, Robert? Said, morning, Alex. I'm considering starting Sam Darnold over Josh Allen. Nah, fuck that. Not this week, dude. Not when the Texans are giving up good points to the quarterbacks. Don't do it. The Texans are giving up more points to the quarterbacks than the fucking Jets are. For sure. For sure. Let me go see. Let me go back. Let me go make sure that I'm backing up my claims right. Okay, so the Houston Texans, the only QB that did not have a decent game against them was Caleb in week 2. That was it. Week 1, Anthony Richardson. We know what happened then. Week 3, Darnold. He had a decent game. And then last week, Trevor, I mean, he had a decent game. So, yeah. And then you look, then flip side, we go over to the Jets. The Jets, they've only given up one good performance, and that was to shitty Levi's somehow in fucking week 2. Outside of that, Brock Purdy didn't do much. Week 1, I mean, we remember Jacoby Brissett actually did better than Brock Purdy and then Nixon. You know, Bo Nix. I mean, so that's just what I'm saying. Like, I literally said that I'm going to start Darnold over a couple people because of like the things that he does, but Josh Allen's got a great matchup this week. So I don't, that would be getting a little too cute for me. And Corey, between Baker, Cousins, Carr, who do you think? I'm leaning Carr. And Robert said, mind you, I'm 0-4 as well. Okay, well, don't panic. I'll talk you off the cliff. Don't panic because you're 0-4 right now. Rushard said, Huss, let's add getting hurt early in the game on the chest and an INT where your own player takes you down. Yeah, that's, you know, like if you guys got a better example of like karma being a bitch for someone, throw it my way. Because, man, like that was like ultimate karma being a bitch right there. And Quincy, I want to start Tank Dell, but I think this game going to be a lot of digs, revenge. I mean, of course, dude. Why wouldn't it be? And Nico, do you start Mooney, Braylon Allen, Ford, Leggett, or Tank Dell? I would probably start Mooney over Tank Dell. Very close, though. Papa J, what up, bro? Podson said, why are fantasy football experts still telling people to start Pitts and Andrews? They should get their licenses revoked. Well, tell me, throw it in the chat, what fantasy analysts are doing that. And if they are ESPN, if they are CBS, if they are the fantasy footballers, if they are, who else? NFL Network, like, you know, all those guys, you know, really without fantasy football. I mean, all fantasy footballers, all these guys have their job because of degrees that they have, because of people that they know. It's not necessarily because of how good or bad they are at fantasy football. I don't even think that makes a difference to like them getting a job. If they can speak and articulate their words well, and they have some kind of a degree in communications or journalism or some shit like that, like that's all that those corporate companies want. Like that's it. Because they don't know what the fuck you're saying. And if it's good, bad, or ugly, they don't know what the fuck you're saying. Just sounds good. And David said that Texans-Bills game I'm starting with. Okay. And it's going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game. And Seawolves plugging a hole in the roster. I have ETN, Stevenson, and JT. Do I want Javonte, Chase Brown, Madison, Irving, Brandon Allen, Dowdle, Rashad White, or Zamir White? This week, I think I want Javonte. It's just a really good matchup for him. And even though he's been super suspect, at least you saw last week, got a little bit of the volume. And Denver's just looking better in general. Nice. Both QBs in that game if I have them. Hell yeah. Jump. Frizil, does the return of Christian Harris and Danico Autry soon improve Houston's defense dramatically or not really? Not against the quarterbacks. Like against the tight end, like maybe. Because I know that those guys are pretty solid against the tight ends. And let's see, as of right now, let's see. the Texans have fared. Yeah, actually, I don't know. They're middle of the road against tight ends anyway. So it probably, like, for IDP, it's fucking awesome. If you play with individual defensive players, it's great to get guys like that back soon. Linebackers, though, who don't really rush the passer, all kind of crazy, just they're not game changers necessarily, like, unless they're trash, like if you're trash, like, it changes the game because, like, you don't make tackles, all that kind of stuff. But and hey, Jeff in the house. What up, bro? He said, what up, hustler? Pick 2 out of Shakir, Pittman, Wandale. I'm going to say Shakira, and Pittman as of now, but it's a lot of it is because the Neighbors situation. I'm super nervous if Neighbors misses because Wandale is like, he's good when the entire team is like, the entire defense is focusing on Neighbors, and then he ends up being like wide open. If he ends up being the number 1, I really don't like it. And like, if Pittman doesn't have Flacco, I really don't like him. So Shakir is the only one who I feel like I'm locking and loading and playing him. The other 2, make sure you come back. Make sure you come back throughout the week, because I'm sure things may come back, may change. I mean, and David said karma, Justin Fields be. Well, I don't think anything is bad karma for Justin Fields or for the Bears. I just think he's fucking lucky that he ended up on the Steelers versus the Bears. Like, he should be thanking his motherfucking lucky stars, because they've won with guys like Mason Rudolph. You saw how trash Mason Rudolph was filling in for Levi's after he got hurt this week. He's won with Duck Hodges. I don't even think Duck Hodges is in the NFL anymore. So I don't know about the karma part of Justin Fields, but I think he's very, very fucking lucky that because if Justin Fields was on the Bears, he would not be 3-1 or whatever the fuck they are. Like, the Bears would still be trash with Fields for sure. EJ said, should I trade Olave for Shaheed and Deontay Johnson? I don't know. Like, how bad are your wide receivers hurt? Because I think Olave is going to be coming. I mean, we just look, he's more on the up and up, like, right now. And Robert said, my dynasty league, I traded Washington RB Brian Robinson for Chase Brown and a 2nd-round pick. Why or when? Why, when? Why, when, how? Why? And being a better QB. Nah, he's not a better QB than Williams. Like, he's in a way better system, because you see, like, if you actually watch the games, Fields is not that good. Like, he's actually very, very bad. He's just not making a bunch of mistakes. Like, that's really what it is. It's like, and I bet you if he was throwing greasy interceptions versus taking the sack or fucking tucking it and running like he was doing in Chicago, trying to do way too much, I bet you that he would be getting replaced by Wilson a lot quicker than because obviously he's not replaced as of now. Jeff said, I dropped sorry Pitts and picked up Freiermuth and picked up Hawkinson off waivers. Your thoughts? I'm not mad at it. I like, this week is a pretty bad matchup for Freiermuth specifically. I don't know if you caught my start and sit video where I broke down every single game and all that, but Cowboys are actually pretty tough against not giving up points to the tight end. How about that? I think a lot of it's because of like Eric Kendricks. So would I rather play Freiermuth than Pitts this week? Probably, because Pitts fucking sucks, dude. He does. And it's what I said coming into this season was Kirk Cousins minus maybe a half a year of TJ Hawkinson. He's never really been a guy to force feed the tight end. And it's showing, because like, he doesn't really give a fuck about throwing to the tight end. And say you're Bucky Irving or Kareem Hunt. I'll go Kareem Hunt this week. Rush Lord said CBS is the Sesame Street of fantasy football talk. And Marco Addison, Ayuk, Dell, Reed, Dubs, Diggs, Worthy, Whittington start for Addison, Ayuk, Reed, Diggs. Yep, there we go. And JPZ, Hush, you ever thought about offering suggestions for weekly over-under, specifically for Dabble mid and high tier producers? I guess it's a yes and no. I have thought about it, but it's just one of those things that, like, there has to be an efficient way to do it. Marco said, I'm picturing Bert and Ernie talking fantasy football. Rush order meal and Bert nuclear scientists compared to those bozos. And Corey said, start 2 out of Algier, Wandale, Garrett Wilson. Fuck, dude. Horrible options here. I'll go with the wide receivers, but it fucking sucks, dude. Big Bird and Grover. What about Oscar, man? Just because he's living in a trash can doesn't mean he doesn't have fantasy advice. What up, Bakes? And Cameron, would you play Terrell Bernard over Logan Wilson? Probably, but as of right now, he's still questionable. He was limited in practice, so let's pump the brake. Like, I don't mind you putting Terrell Bernard in there, but let's pump the brakes on that being a final decision for the week, though, okay? Because we got to find out, is Bernard even going to play? And apologize for our messages being broken up. Dropped my phone in the water last week. Oh, man, it's been trash ever since. That sucks, bro. That sucks. I do my best. If you break up the questions, just always try to put in at least a part of that question, because as you know, I smoke a bunch and there's so many questions coming in here. It's like some get retained in my brain, but some, like, I answer and then, like, there's no room in my brain for it anymore. Rushor said, also, just so you know, all ESPN cuts its live show is taped now. They put up a chat for to fake the live. There's also no mods. Boring as fuck. I'll never go back. For sure, dude. Yeah. And really, like, what it is, like, they need to be perfect with everything, right? And I totally understand that part of it, needing to be perfect with everything. I love it the way that I do it, to be able to record live and then cut little segments and things like that, go back and do my editing. And you would think with, like, a huge ass production and everything that they have and the amount of people that they're paying, that they could figure it out. But it's funny. They really can't. They really can't. They're too far removed from how people actually want to consume content, because they pay Pat McAfee, and there's probably still more people watching on his YouTube channel at most times than there is watching on ESPN. And Pazik, what up? Do I trade CMC and Zay for Bijan and Waddle? If you're getting Bijan and Waddle, yes. I usually say to these type of trades, don't do it. These suck, yada, yada, yada. I'm okay with getting rid of CMC and Zay Jones and Zay Flowers. I mean, I'm okay getting rid of them because I don't think CMC comes back and plays this year. Corey said start 2, Algier, Tolbert, Brian Thomas. Last two. Zay, you think Penix is going to start sometime this season? I don't. Unless injury. Like, that's the only way I think Penix starts this year is by injury. CB Dizzle, who do I start? 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. Godwin, Evans, Marvin Harrison Jr., Addison, Pittman, Christian Kirky, T.N. Dobbins. Marvin Harrison Jr. and Godwin. And then the flex. For the flex, I think I'm going Addison. Snuffleupagus, let's get it. Brazil Dolphins losing Jalen Phillips. Does that mean Pat's going to have a field day? No, it doesn't, but it means there's less pass rush on them now. He's a big piece, but he's no TJ Watt, you know. He's no Sharon Stone, you know. Hey, Rush Lord, let's get it. What a rush. Let's get it. You the man, Rush Lord, next year. Sometimes I forget to upload sometimes I forget to fix the footer here. Let me go ahead and do that now. Let's get Rush Lord on there. And then we're going to smoke a bowl. Let's get it. Let's get to some of this burr smoking. All right. There we go. All right. There we go. Also, one day I'll have a producer to do this kind of stuff for me, so the show will just continue to go on. And there'll be someone working in the background making that happen. There we go. Rush Lord on there. Let's go. Rush Hour Renegades. All right, let's see. Where did I leave off at? Robert said, why? Because I'm high on Chase Brown. Think he's going to take over as the starter over Moss. He can't stay healthy. It gives me 3 second-round picks and a total of 8. I see. I already forgot the. I already forgot the trade. Let's see. Let me try to find it. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not a good move to like get the pick, but I guess I've lost a lot of faith in Chase Brown. He's obviously not the guy. Like even if he does take over, they're probably going to draft someone next year. He's clearly not the guy. And Roger says Sutton or Pittman. Sutton if it's not Flacco. And Bake said, quick question. If I trade away a draft pick that I acquired from someone else, but it's a second rounder, do I have to pay my 2025 or fees or not? Because it's right. You don't. It's only when you trade your first or second round pick away. And next year, it's probably going to trade to where it's any pick because I just feel like there's some people who, not you, but I just feel like there's some people who they trade away specifically those so they can make everything that they can happen, make happen like they can. But I get a little bit nervous about people not coming back and trading away everything except their first and second pick, even though those are the most valuable. Fam first in a tough spot, help a brother out. White, Bucky, or Hunt. I mean, it's all bad. It's all bad for White and Bucky. Feel like I'm just going Hunt on Monday night. EJM, Kareem Hunt or Dowdle this week. I'll go Hunt because I don't want to play Dowdle versus the Steelers, man. Really don't. Pods on ESPN has that weird dude that sits Indian style on the couch. What the hell is that? I mean, all these guys are just fucking super weird nerds, man. Like all of them. Like anybody who is on the ESPN fantasy football panel, do any of them look like they ever had friends in their entire lives? Like they just look like straight fucking nerds, dude. And restaurants, I'm still deciding if the grass is growing or paint is drying better on ESPN, bro. It's funny how they didn't want to pay Matthew Berry to keep him around. And even though Matthew Berry's personality is it's now that he's 50 or whatever, maybe pushing 60, however fucking old he is now, it's super boring and kind of blah. But compared to everybody else, he's still fucking Gene Simmons. He's still a fucking rock star compared to everybody that they fucking have. Everybody. Watt said ESPN's owned by Clutch Sports. Now I wonder why ESPN is shoving LBJ down our throats. And he said, what up, dogs? We already know what's up with that. And Frizil said, I work in a business office. And one time I was watching one of your videos on my headphones disconnected. Everyone heard, what up, on full blast. And and they were saying, what up back? I like it. Robert said, watched him, Brian Robinson for cheap. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I went up and got it. Yeah. It all depends on why you made that trade. If you made that trade because you're kind of more of a rebuilding team, I'm with it. Podson said the people ESPN hires for fantasy football, basically what Spirit Halloween would sell as a fantasy football expert costume. For sure. For sure. Peace out, Robert. We'll catch you later, bro. What up, Jesse? If you had to choose between, but you had to choose a star between Ayuk, London, Wandale, Shaheed, who we choosing? I'm probably leaning Ayuk or Shaheed here. I'm leaning Ayuk first, or as number one here. Brittany, what up? 2 questions. Do you think Mixon will be back this week? I'm nervous about him. We got to wait and see what happens with today's practice. But everybody who hasn't noticed the little ticker at the bottom of the screen, that is the week 3 injury reports, or that is the week 5 injury report so far. So as of now, I'm going to say no, because I don't think that he did not practice at all. He gets in a limited practice today. My answer might change. And hey, shout out to Corey who resubbed up on Twitch. You the motherfucking man. Appreciate you. If anybody has Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free on Twitch, and the show gets a kickback, and it's free for you. You have to do a tiny little bit of work, connecting the dots, but very, very easy. And so there's my Twitch link. If you guys fuck with Twitch at all, go give me a follow. Because I know that with Twitch, like, you can kind of have me on in the background. You know, not the same with like YouTube. Or, well, I guess depending on your YouTube channel. And Ron said, love to see the consistency. Hush, you know it. Man, my soundboard's kind of fucked up, but I'm going to keep hitting the buttons.
Perfect time. About to start a little puff giving this motherfucker.
How you feeling about Bucky Irving tonight? I'm not super excited. Not super excited about him. Savage Jeremy in the house. What up? Sauce in the house. What up? Said I'm looking at trading Tyreek for Sam Darnold and Jennings. I'm 0-4. Need some wins. Trading away Tyreek Hill, it may seem good in like this exact moment, but trust me, it's not. Not saying you don't need to trade. I know you're 0-4. And Savage Jeremy said, any injury news? Look at the ticker at the bottom of the screen, bro. That's literally all that's flowing there on the ticker is injury news. What I would do before you go and make some trade where you trade away, you know, the guy you drafted first, more than likely, I would say go do some research, go to your league page, look at the points for, look at the points against, come back, tell me where you are in the points for, you know, 1 through 12, 1 through 10, whatever, whether you're top or bottom or whatever, and then tell me where you are in the points against 1 through 12, you know, whatever. But let me know, and then I'll let you know if it's time to panic and trade away a Tyreek Hill, which I would not trade him away and get Jennings in the mix. I would not do that. Jesse said, thanks. Should I pick up Wicks off waivers? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of course, dude. And I said, shout out to the ticker. We got it, man. We got it. I'm trying to make these little moves, man. Trying to make these little moves. Armed Apex, how is Denver's run defense? I was about to say one thing. I know it's really good. Let me just go double check something. They're giving up the 6th fewest points to running backs as of now. And they've went against Ken Walker, Najee, Rashad White and Bucky, and Breece Hall. Savage Jeremy said Kittle needs to not be a bitch and suit up. Right. Right. Yeah, he stays hurt, man. He stays hurt. And Peanut Breath OG. Love for Mason. I already got JD5. Probably. And let's see who has an easier schedule on paper. Packers, the 11th easiest. Commanders 27th easiest. I would trade JD5 instead of Love. Because look, I mean, they got Cleveland this week. Then they got Baltimore. Carolina's not a bad matchup. But then you got Chicago. That's been horrible. For whatever reason, the Giants have been holding down quarterbacks. Then you got Pittsburgh, Philly, Dallas, Tennessee. All tough matchups. Then you got a bye. Then you got New Orleans. They're giving up like no points to the QBs. And then you got Philly again. And then you do have Atlanta. But like literally on paper right now, Jaden Daniels plays, let's say, 2 cupcake matchups, and then 1, 2, 3, 5 savage matchups, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6 kind of like middle of the road matchups. I'd save Jordan Love over JD5 and the Packers, just to put it in perspective. Like, listen to who the Packers play. The Rams giving up booty, Arizona giving up booty, Houston giving up booty, Jacksonville literally giving up the most points to quarterbacks, Detroit giving up booty. Then you get Chicago. That's a horrible matchup. San Fran, they've been above middle of the road. I mean, they have so many injuries. They're giving up points. Miami, they're not giving up that many points to what's it called? To quarterbacks. But you got Detroit and Seattle. They're like giving up like top numbers. And then, I mean, in the semis and championships, you got New Orleans and Minnesota, and that's kind of tough. But the best thing about Green Bay is they play Chicago week 18. So that means they don't even have 2 of their worst matchups in the fantasy regular season. And Armed Apex said Jessica is here. What up? What up? Who's Jessica? And Zaire said, I'm going safe with Bucky Irving. Over who? Over McNichols? Savage Jeremy got Love and A Rich starting in a super flex. Kirk replace anyone? Yeah, he replaces Anthony Richardson. Fuck yeah, dude. I'd be starting Kirk over Anthony Richardson until further notice. For Zero, who's your number 1 ranked fantasy player so far? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, I love Derrick Henry and Saquon. You know, like those were like guys you like. A lot of times you got them in the second round, man. Fucking killing it right now. Okay, yeah, over McNichols. Yeah, that's a good move. That's a good move. All right, we've been rocking for an hour. Let's go. Okay. Let's get it. Marco said Crosby playing this week. He's not even practicing yet, so not sure. They said that they believe he has a high ankle sprain. So they're not being super specific about it because they don't have to unless they put him on the injury reserve. But if he has a high ankle sprain, like he's not playing for a month. So it sucks for Crosby, sucks for the Raiders defense, but it is great for any of the quarterbacks going up against the Raiders in the meantime, because normally they'd be getting destroyed by Max Crosby. Savage Jeremy need Kittle to play, so I have to burn a roster spot on a backup tight end. Yeah, let's hope he gets in a limited today. Bakes, is there any hope for Bryce Young? Adams to Carolina for Young. I mean, there's no hope for Bryce Young in Carolina. How about that? Like, you look at like Sam Darnold. There was no hope for him with the Jets until they got rid of him. There was no hope for Baker with the Browns until they got rid of him, you know? So they need to fucking get rid of his ass. Like, get him to a situation that's going to be better, because the Panthers, I mean, I don't give a fuck how they caught the Raiders like off guard, you know, in one game. Like, the Panthers are not that good. You know, they are really not. Like, Their offensive line, whack. Their receivers, I mean, shit. I mean, I know they got Deontay Johnson, but they're all fucking whack. Their defense, I mean, they have like good players at certain positions, but they got rid of Brian Burns. Shaq Thompson got hurt. I know you bring over Josie Jewell, but it's like in the NFL, guys like Josie Jewell are like a fucking running back too that teams don't give a fuck about. Like that's the thing that sucks about these middle linebackers. Like we love them for fantasy because like they get so many tackles and they get so many points. But as far as like the NFL goes, like, man, those middle linebackers, like they're inside linebackers, whichever, they're valued just as little as the running backs are. And it's because there's so many guys and the turnover rate's like high. Hey, JD, what up? Hill and Sermon are my best RBs this week. 50 points incoming. Let's go. Frizzo waiting for the practice reports today for Mixon. Suspense is killing me. Just chill. Just chill. I mean, we can't make the practice reports come quicker. Oh shit. Broncos are considering putting Tyler Batty on IR. There you go. Javante. Let's get it. Nick Chubb news. Browns Ken Dorsey said the team is taking it day by day with Nick Chubb. It's hard to evaluate him after day one. Yeah, because they have 3 weeks that they can leave him there. Right? Just chill. That needs to be a shirt, right? Just chill. Chris in the house. What up, bro? Monroe and bye. Both Ram receivers dead. Well, Johnson and Robinson are dead, but Tutu and Whittington, they're alive and well, my friend. And Chris said, I got Daniels and Kyler. Can never get the start sit to hit. I start Kyler, Daniel goes off. I start Daniel, Kyler goes off. It sucks, man. It really does. This is why I always recommend that peeps need to get into super flex leagues where you can start 2 QBs, because it really sucks having 2 top end quarterbacks like you have. You got Daniels at an amazing value, and you probably had to pay up a little bit on Kyler, but even in a single QB, I bet Kyler was going for like a cheapish price. I want to be able to play both of those guys, not have to choose who to start and sit weekly, because both of those guys have the ability to go off every single week. On paper, the better matchup is Daniels going up against the Browns, who've been very suspect over the last couple weeks. But I'm going to play Kyler because Kyler always does good against the 49ers. Like the 49ers kryptonite is a rushing quarterback, and Kyler knows that, and he exploits it very often when he plays them. So I'm going to choose Kyler, even in a matchup that's not as good as JD5. Bake said LBs and RBs are the most injury-prone position in the NFL. Literally have to run into people to make progress, for sure. I mean, fuck, like, you're a middle linebacker, you get 10 tackles a game. I mean, that's 10 car crashes that you got into that game. And, like, yeah, it's not the same for everybody else. I mean, those the outside linebackers, I mean, they're usually not getting like 10 plus tackles like a game. And I know a lot of people don't get 10 plus tackles, but you know what I mean? It's just like the amount of tackles that the interior linebackers get compared to the outside linebackers or defensive linemen or like safeties or like anything like that. Like, yeah, they're the guys who got to put their body on the line to like stop that running back. And to stop a running back who already got past like 5 people. Frizil said, speaking of just chill, I dropped Keaton Mitchell for Esteme. Okay. All right. And Peanut Breath OG. He said, who am I going out to then? I'm 1-3, JD5, Bucky, Bijan Higgins, London's Worthy, Ingram bench. I mean, I'd play Love over JD5 this week. And I might make a move to get a tight end because I mean, I know that Ingram was limited yesterday, but we still don't know what's going to be the deal. Big said, which I would you rather have in Dynasty, Cousins or Young? I mean, Cousins, and it's not even close, man. Like, I wouldn't, not even close. I don't want Bryce Young at all, unless I could get him for like a 4th or a 5th rounder. Something that like basically means nothing to me. Like, his career in the NFL could be over, as a starter. And would he be good enough to even be a backup? Like, it would have to be in certain situations, backing up certain QBs that he's very, very equal to. But the thing that sucks, man, is size. Like, no matter what, like, I mean, just his height is going to hold him back because you have to do good if you're a shorter guy. And he has not done good. So that's something now. Yeah, it's different when you're in college and you're balling the fuck over everybody. Like, doesn't matter your size. But now in the NFL, now that he's not balling, his size is going to be a huge issue for everybody. Of course it is. And Wicks or Coleman as a flex. I'll go Wicks, Zaire. Marco said, how much must people hate you when they give you a nickname Tutu? I mean, who knows why he has the nickname? JD, I got countered an offer with Moss and JMO. I get Braylon and Cooper. Looking for upside players later in the year. I don't like it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Cooper could be hurt by the end of the year. Let's see. Chewy, what up? Cook and Thomas Jr. for A-Chain. Nah, I'm gonna hold on that. Gonna hold. These damn telemarketers fucking sucks. Everybody's got our cell phone numbers now. Now we get all these bullshit calls. Sauce, I'm last in points in favor and 10th in points against. Okay, so you might have to do that. If you're like last in points for, that means your team is struggling a lot. But I'd try to get more out of Tyreek. I'd try to get more. Hold. You got to hold. Get 3 for Tyreek or it's not worth it. 3 starters. It's got to be 3 people that you can start on your team. Okay? Got to be 3 people that you can start on your team. Said his only good wide receiver is Ayuk. I mean, I know that you're trying to like help other people out. Fuck helping other people out. Like, I want you to help out yourself, and like, that's not a trade that really like helps you out. That's helping out the other guy more than it's helping out you. Said, yeah, this guy wants Lamar and A-Chain for Hill. What? Oh, for Tyreek. Yeah. But see, like, yeah, because like, that's what you should want. That's what you should want. Like, you should want guys like why would you want to give up Hill for like nothing? And I know people do it. I see it. It's like, oh yeah, Hill's sucking right now. If like I can't win this week, I'm just totally gonna lose, my entire season. And like, gotta be able to weather the storms. Gotta be able to weather the storms. Trying to trade with big tons. The homie has Gibbs, Young, Franklin for sure. Gibbs, Young, Zaire. For Charbonnet, Cousins, Cody Barton plus his 20, 25, and then it's like 5th or 4th. He wants my 1st. Yeah, I mean, that's just too much. Like, it's too much on both sides of it. The biggest problem with trades like that is like, people keep adding picks in or picks or players in to try to make it fair for them. But it's like every time, okay, let's say Big Tons started with this, and it's like Big Tons is like right here and you're right here. And then you add a player in, and then it's like, then you're right here. And then Big Tons add a player in, and then he's right here. And then you add a player in, and it's like that. And then it's like, before you know it, it's such an even trade, and you're swapping so many players that it's like you were just worth it to like not even make that trade in the first place. So like what? I mean, Big Tons, I love him. He's the man. But he's fucking hard to trade with, you know, he really is. And like, because he's always trying to get like 5 players for 5 players, you know, 3 players for 3 players. Like the only time I traded with Big Tons was last year, and I traded to receive CMC, and I gave up A Chain while he was injured, and 2 firsts for CMC. And now with CMC not playing, my team's actually doing okay. Like I'm weathering the storm right now without him. But I won last year. So I'm okay with that trade because that trade got me a championship. And so even though it kind of hurt a little bit of my future, and if CMC never plays again, you know, I traded way too much for him, but I got that championship. And that's really at the end of the day, all that matters. If you buy something and you're buying some kind of players, you know, buy it with at least to like make your team a championship contender, you know, like that whole trade. Like I'm looking at it and it's like, you know, do I want to cheer for the guys on the other side of the trade that would be coming back? Like that's kind of like the only way that you could kind of like justify making a trade like that, because you win and lose at the same time. And Bake said, I want Gibbs. I mean, if you want, see, like, what does he want and what do you want? I mean, you want Gibbs. What does he actually want? Did you actually talk to him at all? Because he's someone you can open the lines of communication. Chewy said Hill's still fast at his age. Yeah, it's not his fault that his quarterback fucking either overthrows him or underthrows him. Like, you know, like Tua's going to be back and the accuracy is going to be coming back. But yeah, it sucks. How many times was he open that they just missed him? How many times was he wide open that they didn't even see him and look his way? And Bake says he wants picks, I'm sure. Well, see, like if he wants picks, why are you going to throw in a bunch of players that makes your team, that makes your starters potentially weaker? Like, see, that's what you got to see. Like maybe Big Tons is rebuilding. Maybe he only wants picks. Isn't that better for you if he only wants picks and you're trying to make a move to like sacrifice a little bit of the future for like a win now moment? And Gibbs isn't even just a win now player. I mean, we assume that he's going to be the guy for a few years. And Zaire 427 at 30 is impressive for sure, man, for sure. And imagine if he actually like trained to be a runner, because like he's not, I mean, yeah, but did he run track and shit like in the past? Like, yeah, because he's fast as fuck. But if you like look at his form, like the way he runs to like professional runners, he's really wild. You know, if he actually had like better running technique, I bet he could be a little bit faster as well. Right? Imagine if he didn't go to the NFL. Yeah, imagine if he was just like an Olympic sprinter or something forever. Way more money in being an NFL wide receiver than an Olympic sprinter, I'm sure. But yeah, like, I mean, he went up against people that were going out for the Olympics like last year, right? And smoked them. Oh, man. Jesse said, would you drop Hunt or Bigsby for Algier? I have a feeling that he's good. Well, I mean, he's, as a rookie, he ran for 1,000 yards. Like, yeah, he is good. And that's why he doesn't go all the way away. If I was going to do it, I would drop Bigsby, because Bigsby is still a backup and you're dropping like a backup for a backup. And except, I mean, ETN got hurt last week and Bigsby got a couple extra touches, and that's kind of all that happened. They won't let Bijan be the guy because Algier is too good. Like, if he, like, I'm not saying he's like great, but I'm saying he's good enough to where they can't fully let Bijan be Bijan. And that's the part that I don't really like understand, because why draft someone with that high of capital, 7th overall pick? Like, if you really aren't going to make him the guy, like look at, what's it called? Look at the Giants. I mean, before they were stupid, you know, I mean, they've always been stupid, I guess, but Saquon, the guy, workhorsing, like for sure. Look at Zeke, workhorse, like, man, like they weren't passing shit when like Zeke was like, you know, the guy, 4th round pick. So that's your 4th overall pick. I mean, I don't know why you spend this kind of capital on a Drake London, a Kyle Pitts, and a Bijan in back to back to back years, and like you can't get any of them to fucking work. Like none of them, you get none of them to work. Like that just does not make sense. It does not fucking make sense. Seawolves, London, Godwin, DJ Moore. I'm gonna go Godwin in this one. And let's see. Sorry, guys. We got some square action happening here. And damn. This person had a really run of bad luck with the numbers that he picked. Let's see if he answers this. Okay. And Chris, for QB, I got Stroud and Carr as backup, 6-person league, Fields, Jordan Love, Sam Darnold, Junior on waivers. Should I trade Carr for one of them? Probably Darnold. Well, this guy picked good because he picked 2 numbers that weren't picked at all. Sorry, guys. Always doing a little bit of squares work in the back. All right. 33 and 66. Okay. And as of right now, guys, we got 29 squares left. They're moving fast. And a few other people just messaged me about them. So if you are interested in playing the squares, just like it works exact same as the Super Bowl squares. I just host them for all the primetime games throughout the year. And ZK, Quan plus Mahomes for Marvin Harrison Jr. and Lamar. Nah. I don't want to do that. Like, what are you trying to improve on your squad? Let me know. Because I hate those 2-for-2 trades. Like, they usually kind of screw you over. Because you win part of it, you lose part of it. Bakes, where do you see Cousins and Young in 2 years? I see Kirk retired. I doubt it. I really don't think so. I mean, if that's your logic and why, like, sure, go for it. But I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to retire in 2 years. There's too many bad quarterbacks that start in the NFL for that. Like, has this system not worked for him? Like, yeah, it hasn't worked for him so far. It's also dumb that the Falcons keep drafting skill players and they keep avoiding the offensive line. Because, like, literally the first game of the season, what was I saying and other people saying? Fuck, man, that line looks so shitty. That line looks so shitty. And Bake, so it's not a link anymore. I update it manually. I'm going to send it to you right now. And I know there's a few might be gone by the time you see this or pick. So let me know, any backups that you may have. We just had a few go right now. 6 and 49 off the board. Okay. Bakes, number 6 just went like right now. Give me another number besides number 6. Oh, shit. Never mind. That wasn't you. Okay, hold on, guys. Let's get okay. All right. Yeah, these things are going fast. It's almost like a waste of my time to post them a bunch before Thursday because I make one post on Thursday morning and everybody's been hitting me up all day about it. Okay. All right. Locked in. Locked in. Oh, shit. Who the hell was oh yeah. Hyatt. All right. Caught up on the squares. Let's go. All right, all right. Let's see what's up with the chat. Little Cheeto, should I trade A-Chain for James Cook? No, let's hold. And Ryan said random stat, but Pollard has more rush yards than all of the Dallas Cowboys running backs combined. That's yeah, that's horrible, man. That's horrible. There's no way to make that sound any kind of good because the Cowboys, would Pollard be doing, whatever he's doing over there? Like, I don't know. But like I know that Rico sucks and that fucking and that Zeke is a shell of himself. And it's crazy that the Cowboy fans like allow the Cowboys to like do the how they trying to think of the way to say this because it's not like you allow them to do it, but how like they just let the Cowboys make these dumbass moves that for sure are not going to lead to like any kind of winning, but you still have this blind, it's our year mentality, CB Dizzle, what RB can I get for CMC? Got to find someone who fucking wants CMC first. You find that person, then you'll have your answer. And ZK, I got Ken Walker, Gibbs at RB, but my wide receivers are mid, hoping Lamar makes up for some of the rushing, trading away Quan. See, that's really like I understand your logic behind that, but that's not the way that you play fantasy football. Okay? Like it's not. I'm going to trade away my best RB to get a quarterback who might be able to compensate for losing my best RB. It's not a winning strategy. So no, I don't like it. And I hope you're listening. Don't do it. Bro, I miss Gridiron too. It fucking sucks, man. Like they so first they made it to where now you have to pay per board and they only have you have to pay per board to host, and you can only host like 20 boards for the year. So the paying for the board part, I was going to be down for that. If I could host unlimited boards, I would pay for each board. Chalk it up to the cost of everything, just how much shit costs. But nope, now they have a cap that you can only do 20 boards. I would already we'd already be done. We'd already be done with that. I mean, there's 2 weeks that we had 4 games, and then 1 week that we had 5, and literally just that's 13 right there in 3 weeks. And then we had 4, I think, the first week. So like, yeah, like we'd literally be done with Gridiron already. So that was why I didn't want to use Gridiron and then have to change the system on everybody. And Bakes, I'm resending you the board. Because I think one of the numbers was taken that you had. I'm marking down your other ones though. And ZK, would you Quan, Mahomes, McLaurin for Amon Ra, Allen Amari? I mean, that's getting better, but what do you want to improve? That's the thing that I'm going to ask you. Okay, what do you want to improve on your team? Let's start there. Don't just trade just to trade. What are you really trying to improve? Jesse, would you drop Taysom Hill? No, unfortunately, I'd hold. Chris said my flex position is hurting this week. You play Keenan Allen, Algier, Myers. I'm leaning Myers. They all kind of suck though. Savage Jeremy, when are we expecting Cup and Puka back? I mean, I don't know if we ever like Puka, shit, maybe mid-season. Cup, hopefully in a week or 2. It's weird that they didn't put him on IR. Zara's going to take Tank Bigsby instead of Bucky. Okay. We have Dalvin Cook, but he's not doing anything. Yeah, it's funny how people thought that Dalvin Cook was going to be anything. But I know you just found me recently, kind of Zaire, but my whole take the entire time on Dalvin Cook was he's never going to be anything more than a 3rd or 4th string running back on this team. And I was called a moron. I was called a dumbass. I was called like so many different, I was called everything except the son of God. And yeah, like those kind of people, like they're just not even around. Those people don't even come around anymore because they feel so stupid about their fucking take and how much they defended their stupid ass stance on Dalvin Cook. And Pod said, you going to any games this year? He said just got tickets to the Pats Rams. Let's go. I've pretty much always said that Vegas is the most expensive ticket out of any stadium that you can go to. And I'd rather be at home smoking weed, you know, especially because I don't like necessarily care about cheering for any of the teams. But I have always said, if anyone is coming to Vegas and you're a baller and you buy an extra ticket or you have someone back out or anything, I'll come with you. I'll come. I did that last year. I got invited to the Chiefs Raiders game. It was cool. Free ticket. And Lipsy says someone dropped Amari Cooper. Is he worth picking up and dropping Mooney or just keep Mooney? I'd probably get Cooper over Mooney, but it's pretty tough. Yep, Bakes. Did you yeah. Go check your messages again. Dave, hey, Alex, would you Elias, drop Mooney for me ASAP. Dave said, hey, Alex, would you start or sit Kyler Murray or should I start Justin Fields? I'm starting Kyler this week. Go watch make sure you're watching my start and sit videos. I put in a lot of time and I break down every single relevant player's name, every game, every position. It's all on one video, and you can use the timestamps to jump pretty quickly to get to any game you want. And ZK trying to improve my quarterback and wide receiver. Okay. So if you're trying to improve your quarterback situation, I doubt it's a good idea to trade away Mahomes. Unless you're like, you know, because I don't know, unless you're trading Mahomes +1 for a QB. But is that like the only person you're trying to get as an upgrade is Allen? Like, are you already like set on like going after Allen? And is that person even willing to move Allen? That's my next question for you. Podson. All right, cool. Let me mark it in, Bakes. Let's see. What Podson say? You tried contacting any of these companies? Sometimes they'll negotiate with you on pricing. What were we talking? Like what were we talking about? Which kind of company? Sorry, I totally spaced like reading everybody's questions right now. Might go to Super Bowl 59. That'd be dope. Lipsy Mooney gets the Panthers next week's the reason I asked. Well, the Panthers are actually pretty good at defending the wide receivers, so that's not really a great matchup for him either way. And Bakes, I got you locked in on number 2, bro. And Elias, Ayuk, Brian Thomas, or Worthy. I pretty much would rank them the way that you have it right there. Ayuk, Brian Thomas, and Worthy is the way that I would do it. And Rush Lord, how do the Niners get away with not announcing 2 injured feet on CMC? Well, I think it's the it's the Achilles tendonitis shit. Like, I don't know. It's not like having 2 torn Achilles, you know? Like, I mean, where it's just like, you know, you do an MRI, you see this, like he had to go to a specialist and get fucking more testing done. Yeah, like I don't yeah, it sucks, dude. It really does. It's bullshit. I'm glad I didn't trade for him anywhere, but I'm like super sad to myself that I didn't like try to move him like anywhere either, right? Yeah, we were just always holding out hope, and I kind of think all hope has jumped out the window now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You said it was a start sit question. I'm saying I would rank them in the way that you have them, so I would start Ayuk. Yes, that's what I meant by saying it that way. Okay. Also, some would offer me Zay Flowers for Worthy. Should I accept? I think I would rather have Zay Flowers than Worthy. I kind of want to see like what happens with Worthy, though. You know, like, I mean, is he going to get an uptick? Because as of right now, I mean, 3 or 4, you know, targets a game is nothing. Like nothing. Like this is like he's like a dynasty hold. Like that's about it at this point. Like redraft, I don't like Zay Flowers. Like you heard me talking shit about him last week specifically. No matter what, Zay Flowers is like, he's never going to be like a guy that I really want to start on a consistent basis. Zeke, I'm open to Allen or Lamar. I have offers for both of them in my queue already. Well, see, the thing is like you need to rework the way that you are because these trades, they're not helping you. Like you're improving your wide receivers and your quarterbacks, and then you're completely thrashing your running backs. And then you're also still losing because like, even though like you're improving your quarterback, you're also improving the other players, the other teams, more than you're improving yourself. That's the tough part. You want to make a mutually beneficial trade where each team is helping each other equally. And it's not by giving up like an equal amount of players or like a bunch of similarly valued players. It's like, you got to find someone who has an abundance of QBs, and you want to trade them some running back that's not Saquon for that QB, because QBs are not that valuable. And I would probably just stick with Mahomes if I was you, because their run game isn't shit anyways. Just I just picked up Freiermuth, but Otten is available. Who would you start? I'm dropping one you choose when Hawkinson's ready. Your thoughts? So both have really bad matchups this week. In the Cowboys and in the Falcons. Both have really bad matchups. I think that you can bank on Cade Otton's volume more than Freiermuth, but I really hate both of them. I really do. But I think I would go for that. Well, Dylan, you said give me every single pick. You want me to just literally go through and pick and not think about it? All right, let's do it. Bucks versus Falcons. Jets versus Vikings. Panthers versus Bears. Commanders versus Browns. Patriots versus Dolphins. Colts versus Jaguars. Bills versus Texans, Bills. Ravens versus Bengals, Ravens. Raiders versus Broncos, Broncos. 49ers versus Cardinals, Cardinals. Giants versus Seahawks, Seahawks. Rams versus Packers, Packers. Cowboys versus Steelers, Steelers. And Saints versus Chiefs, Chiefs. There you go. Zero thought put into that. I hope you win your random parlay. I'm not trying to be an ass, but like, yeah, bro. Like, that's what you want. Like, you're probably not even going to take every pick that I just made. Let's see. LOL. $10 for 30K. Lock it in. Go ahead. And if you win, you gonna put anything towards me, or just tell me that I won you 30K? And let's see what else. And also, when you say RIP to my question, you know, versus like waiting, like literally you got an answer within 5 minutes. Literally. If I win $1,000 super chat, I mean, that'd be awesome, but you know that like YouTube would take half of that, right? And Coach C said, Hustler, I'm calling it now. I'm thinking Seahawks or Green Bay or San Fran. Cool. I like it. Jay said Zay tricked us the first 2 weeks. The amount of targets he was getting just turned into a decoy. Like at all? One second, everybody. I'll be back in a minute. All right. Glad that there's no issues with the car. It said the car wouldn't start. But worked. I went out there and just tried it a couple times and it worked. So we're good. And Infinite, what up, what up? Zaire said the website said I should get Baker. And what website? Smash that like button. Let's get it. Tyrese F. Neighbors doesn't play Shaheed or Sutton. Sutton. There you go. There's the big parlay. Falcons, Vikings, Bears, Commandos, Patriots, Jaguars, Bills, Ravens, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Packers, Steelers, Chiefs. Let's get it. Let's get it. Tyree, Pitts or Ingram? I mean, we don't want to start Pitts at all, right? I don't think I do. At all, like in any capacity. Let's see. Someone just put in. Yeah, so Ingram. I don't know if I wasn't clear there. Ingram. And Toker 1J. I'm gonna send you the board. All right. All right. And Jay, if you hear me, I just sent you the board. Seahawks or Steelers defense? Probably the Seahawks. Infinite my 3 flex spots. I'm playing RB, Jerome Ford, Michael Wilson, Tyreek. Would you switch Dowdle, McCaffrey, Shakir? I really don't want to play Michael Wilson anymore. I'd put Shakira there. Shakira. Jeff, I got 2 cuffs. Charbonnet, Algier. Who should I drop to get Wicks? Algier, because Charbonnet is looking like he has a little bit more independent, value, where he's kind of more than a handcuff. All right. Let's go. He said, Shakir it is. Let's get it. Yeah, Michael Wilson, a little bit too fluky. I don't like the range of outcomes for Michael Wilson. Range of outcomes are like 0 points through 25 points. And that kind of sucks. Especially when this could be a somewhat down-ish matchup. 49ers. Hey, no Joe Mixon at practice. Yuck. So, got to keep making moves as if Joe Mixon is not going to be there. Shit sucks. Shit's weak. Tim, Freiermuth, or Ingram. I guess Ingram. Freiermuth, I mentioned it a little bit earlier, like it's a bad matchup for him. Stevenson, Najee, Singletary. If I'm picking one, I'm picking Najee. It's a great matchup for him. Infinite, my opponent has Josh Allen. I love Shakir call now. There you go. And so once again, you have the best sound bites. Can you get Bits the bum sound bite? Let's go.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
And excuse the, how you can't hear it as well as like you used to be able to. I'm trying to figure all that out, man. It's nobody give me a hard time about the soundboard, please. It's very annoying for me right now. I'm going to keep hitting the sound bites, but God damn it, it was working perfect. Took me like 5 years to figure out how to get the sound drops working perfect. 4 years because I didn't have it the first year. And God damn it, it's so fucking annoying. This is the way that it sounds now is the way that it's been working forever. And that was good enough. But I've been trying to figure out how to get this shit to work. And finally figured it out. And now the stupid Apple update fucked everything up. C-Dog. And pick 2 out of Ford, Moss, Wicks. I'll go Ford and Wicks. Then Kyler Fields. I'm going Kyler, man. And Pod saying you tried. Yeah, it's not a turning it off and off thing anymore at this point. There's something fucked up with this with the software where this new Apple fucking update is just, I don't know, it's not compatible or like something. I have no fucking idea. Oh, hold on. All right. Okay. But yeah, so annoying, man, because it was like it racked my brain trying to figure out, and I finally figured it out. It took such a long time and certain piece of equipment that I needed to get. Man, now dealing with this again, so annoying. Russell said Pitts and Andrews get the bum. You damn right they do.
He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
Marco, Keon White, Montez, Josh Allen, Herbig, Russo, Wilkins start 2. Russo and Montez. Infinite being offered Diggs, Singletary, and a second round pick back for Aaron Jones. Would you do it? My other RBs are Connor, Monty, Benson, Ramondre. I mean, I feel like it's pretty great for you. I mean, I know it's Dynasty and Diggs, you know, he's an aging asset in Dynasty. I really don't like Singletary. So, I mean, I feel like I almost would do it if Diggs gives you some kind of a push, you know, at your wide receiver core. I think I would do it. Leon, what up, Leon? New follower on Twitch. What up? We're smoking it up, talking fantasy, talking football in general. Tim said Amari Cooper, Jamar, Deontay, bench one. Amari Cooper. It's a really bad matchup for Deontay Johnson. And Leon Keeper League. Brees plus Judy plus 4th round pick for Nico McCaffrey. Well, which side of the trade are you getting? If you're getting McCaffrey, no, I don't want it. And you have to explain like how that 4th round pick would like even work. Is it just like a normal 4th round pick? Or the keepers get put into like different spots? Like, I mean, I always have to ask about how that part of it works. Because I don't know how valuable that 4th round pick really is. And Elias said, worthy ETN for A-Chain. Nah. Russell, are we trading Devontae right now? Are we trying to trade for Devontae right now? I don't want to trade up, and I feel like everybody who'd be trading Devontae would be trying to get more out of him because this possibility of him going to the Raiders, the Bills, or the Chiefs, and that's like the 3 teams that everybody swears to God that he's going to. And Moneyline Mills, so let's cash, let's get it, bro. Okay, there we go. See, perfect. 4th round pick. It's like a 7th round pick. We have 3 keepers. Okay. Yeah, see, I mean, it's kind of valuable. Still a top 10, round pick. But yeah, not as valuable as like a 4th would seem on paper, right? That's why I gotta ask. I feel like, man, I mean, I just feel like better days are ahead for Brees. I really do. I really do. And my wide receivers are Cup, Harrison Jr., Wilson, McCaffrey, McConkey. All the pieces are on 1-year deals. Okay. I almost feel like you don't have to do that, right? It's kind of like almost like a trade just to trade. And Leon said, I have Brees, but no good wide receivers. Yeah, but then when you trade away your best running back, then you're going to be like, man, now I got some good wide receivers, but I don't have running backs. I'm not saying don't trade, but if you're going to trade away your number 1 running back asset, like it's just not going to be good for you when it's all said and done. And you said it's a keeper. You should want Brees for at least a couple more years. Just trying to help save you from yourself. Nico's super dope, but I don't want to trade Nico for Brees. I want to figure out how to get Nico on the same team as Brees. All right. Papa J. Max, if he plays, I don't think he's playing. Grenard, Joker, Jewel, if he plays. Yeah, I mean, see, like that's what's tough about the if they play part of it. It's like you almost got to leave those guys out until we know if they're going to play or not. I'm going Grenard and Joker as of now. Yep. I'll stand pat. Thanks again. I was staring at the second pick. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, some parts of those, you know, some parts of those trades can make other parts not be, you know, as bad necessarily. Because, yeah, if you want a second round pick, I'm sure you could get it without giving up some of the pieces that you were going to give. Russ, exactly. If Adams gets traded, he ups the value. Otherwise, he was on that team. Say he goes to the Jets, make Garrett more valuable for sure. I mean, that'd be awesome if he went to the Jets. I just, you know, how money wise would that really happen? Like, I'm starting to believe Toker won Jay more than it's going to be to the Saints because he fucking loves Carr. We know that. I mean, shit, he was willing to turn down more money with the Packers to get over there with Carr. Now, a couple years later, looking like not a good move because he would have still been the guy like over there. Yep, Frizzell mentioned that Mixon did not practice. I didn't even have to update the ticker at the bottom. All right. And it feels weird, but I put Andrews on the bench everywhere. I can't trust him. Yeah, and I know that you are probably talking Dynasty, where you're talking about putting him on the bench. Man, he fucking sucks, dude. He's a bum.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
Toker 1J, you the man. Let me update the bottom here. $10 super chat, you the man. We're going to get you and Rush Lord updated with those entries. Oops. All right, and updating the bottom here of the screen. All right, where the hell is it at? All right, Toker 1J. Replacing Rush Lord at the bottom of the screen now. All right, smoke it up for the crew showing love. There we go. Let's get it. Time for Ooga Booga to suit up. Oh, man. I guess I better hold on to Goomba Wale if Mixon's out. Yeah, don't drop him. Don't drop him. He could be a potential flex play for some people. You look at the Bills. I mean, they've just been giving up booty to the running backs. So, yeah, Frank said salute who he flexing, Worthy, Wicks, Dowdle, Roshan, or try to pick up Shakira on waivers. Someone dropped him. I'd try to pick up Shakira. But out of the guys you got now, I'd lean Wicks. He gets a lot of volume. Even though he drops a shit ton, he gets a lot of volume. And dude said Jets will upset the Vikings. Man, they got to get on the same page with Rodgers before they can upset anybody. Vikings just playing better football right now. Tim said Worthy, Hubbard, Swift, Sutton, Shakir, one wide receiver, one flex. Shakira, and Sutton. Sutton and Hubbard. Schultz, Hill, Parkinson. Hill as of now. Savage Jeremy. All I know, if that Mixon is out, fuck Akers. Right? Yes. Fuck Akers. And Infinite say, you know what device you need for the soundboard. So it's not the devices because I have all the devices. I mean, as you know, 3 days ago, everything was working perfectly. It's the audio software. There's something wrong with it ever since this Mac update happened. And that's what's kind of fucking me up right now, because the soundboard and everything worked. It was just all going through this audio from this. How about this digital audio interface? I feel like that's a way that could be described. And now the audio interface, for whatever reason, isn't fucking working. And it's saying that I need to do something weird. I don't even know what the fuck I have to do. I got to do more research. It fucking sucks, man. It fucking sucks. He said those damn updates, dude. It fucked everything, man. It fucked everything. I'm so pissed. So pissed about it. And King Kai, what up? He said, I also got a dilemma for you. 10-man, single QB, 1 and 3, basically a free win this week. And I have a lot of good wide receivers. Should I trade Debo for A-Chain? He said, thank you and stay lit. Appreciate you. I don't think that I would do that. I'm not saying that I wouldn't trade. If you have a lot of good wide receivers, trade 2 of your not so top end. I mean, and Debo, I mean, I know he really hasn't been top end, but you should know what I mean by that. Trade some of your guys who are like not so top end. Trade like 2 of them for A-Chain. Might even seem better. Look, I know you wanted Debo. I'm gonna give you 2 guys that are gonna score more than Debo combined. So who's Ooga Booga, Frizzle? Or Tyrone Tracy? I don't like Tracy. Bake said, skip my question because he's hurt or because you're too high? Because I'm too high. That's for sure why. Ben Tremondre for Naylor, Trey Sermon. Tired of being hurt. I'm playing Ramondre in this matchup unless we hear something about, because I don't want Naylor. Like Addison's just, he's the guy. Like now that he's back, like it's Addison and JJ. Yeah, I'm starting Ramondre. Infinite said, what's your worst fantasy team? What or who caused your downfall? And can you fix it? So my worst fantasy team is probably this Debo Snatch Your Chain League, where I won week 1 and then I've lost 3 weeks in a row. And every week that you because he hurt me too. Yeah, man. A lot of bowls. And that one, I don't know. Like, I mean, the redraft leagues, it sucks. If you're done, you're just, sometimes you can't make it made me sound like a dick. Sorry, dude. That was not the case. And Ramondre hurt me too. Yes, he did. He's an asshole. I lost so many games because of Ramondre. Yeah, seeing like the redraft leagues, the ones I don't think that the Debo Snatch Your Chain, that one specifically, it's just a tough one. Like I play in a lot of tough leagues where like, man, shit could get like really bad really quick and just fuck everything up. Woo! God damn. Man, yeah, a lot of things have changed on my computer since this stupid Apple update, man. It's fucking annoying because I message a lot of people on Facebook and the Facebook Messenger, and for whatever fucking reason, Facebook Messenger like lags like just like insane. Just fucking insanely now. And Hodson. Austin Eckler back full at practice, was non-contact jersey yesterday, but not today. Okay. That means he's on pace. He's on pace. Let me see. I wonder if the Commanders actually put up their fucking injury report now on their website. It's fucking annoying that they didn't. Still haven't put it up on their website. Like, what the fuck, dude? Fucking lazy assholes. I'm still waiting on the Jordan Whittington and A.T. Perry to break out. It said I was starting to have doubts. I mean, we just got to pump the brakes on some of the rookie hype. I mean, I know that, sometimes it's like we still think of these guys even when they're out of their rookie year, and I don't know. More guys are bound to bust than boom. I mean, it's kind of just par of the course. All right. I think someone messaged me about the squares that I've never okay. A few people messaged about the squares that have never messaged me before. Interesting. Let's go. Okay. Danny Dimes so trash. The guy offered him, refused, and he played Malik Willis instead. He's super trash in these fantasy sheets. Hell yeah, dude. All right, what's everyone smoking on? Man, see, for most of these, I wish I just had like AI to like answer. Like most of these are like so it's like all the same things. Like I literally just messaged 4 people the exact same things in a row. Puffin Bipolar Express. There we go. And Vince said, I can't believe Bryce Young is the new Josh Rosen. He's not the new Josh Rosen. How do we know he's not the new Sam Darnold or the new Baker Mayfield? And Josh Rosen, like, man. Like, Josh Rosen's such a unique, like, situation that there'll never be another Josh Rosen. Tomas, Panama Red. Let's go. Let's go. I like it. And been rocking for 2 hours. Infinite, I'm smoking some bullshit. Stinks, but it gets me high. And where are you at, Infinite? I know, depending on where you are, if weed isn't, as legal as it is in, let's say Nevada, where I'm at, sometimes you got to deal with some bullshit. Woo! What up, Frank? So, what do you think about Brooks this year? Because I'm IR, but I need that spot, so probably drop him. Who do you like? What do you need the other IR spot for? It's got to be getting. I mean, I don't know. I say it's got to be getting soon, but if he didn't already get designated, this is the earliest that players could be designated, and then still could be up to 3 weeks. Oh, in Dallas. Okay. That explains it. Texas. Yes. Alas, I know you didn't like the trade, but I accepted Marvin Harrison and Pollard for Neighbors, and Ramondre said too big of a Giants fan to pass on Neighbors. Hey, man. And one of those things, it's one of those things I've never said, don't go get players that you want to cheer for. I've never said that because that's like probably one of the most fun parts about fantasy football. Getting players that you really, really, really want to cheer for. So I've just always said, like, it could be some of those type of trades that you shoot yourself in the foot on because it's definitely an emotional trade. So Neighbors is the man. Neighbors is the man. He might not play this week. Might be my downfall. It's hilarious. Hopefully not, right? Hopefully not. Because we don't want to have anybody, making moves that like creates the downfall. We really don't. All right. Just a reminder, a couple things. If you guys need another way to consume your content, if you're paying for like literally every app under the sun, plus DirecTV, plus YouTube, plus all that shit, you can literally get it all for $40 a month if you hit me up. That'll get you access on one device. Very, very, it's awesome, though. It's awesome. Literally everything under the sun, all the football games, all the sports packages, all the pay-per-views, all the movie channels, like literally everything. And it's all for $40 a month. You can literally cancel every single app that you have out there. Get it all under one roof. Here's the link to pay. The service is called Insomniac. There's a couple different apps that are used depending on if you're using a Fire Stick or if you're using your computer or if you're using your phone or your tablet. But you can have this anywhere. All you need is Wi-Fi. That is it. Infinite said, when it's all said and done, who do you think will have a better career? Neighbors, Harrison, and Dunze? I mean, it's so close to it's so hard to choose, from those guys. It's like, because like an injury could change the fate of any one of those three, like what if Neighbors, like, knock on wood, because I have a lot of neighbors, what if Neighbors gets another concussion this year and like that fucks him up, for like forever. I'm still going to say Harrison. Like, it's hard not to say it, but like any of these guys, I would say Adunze is number 3 out of all those guys. And Elias has something similar to that. It's called IPTV. Well, I mean, it's the same thing. It's like, this is just a different, like there's 10,000 versions of IPTV. And yeah, the one that I have is one of those as well. It's like the biggest thing that you get with me compared to anybody else, you actually get customer service. So if you ever have issues, you can actually like hit me up, and like, hey, this is fucking up, can you help me? And I'll be like, yes, I can help you. Do this. You don't have that with a lot of these companies. And this one's way more let's say way more exclusive. There you go. I was looking for the right word. Way more exclusive. So some of these IPTVs, you have like millions of users in the same servers, you know, tens of thousands of users in the same server, and sometimes it makes shit like fuck up a lot. Yeah. Fire Stick plus my subscription is $100 compared to $40. Yeah, see, there you go. So when it ends, might have to hit you up on that. I mean, you'll love it, man. It'll save you some money. That's for sure. That's what it's all about, right? Just saving money and being able to access the same content. Some of the stuff, yeah, I mean, you see me when I'm watching certain football games. Like, yeah, I'm like a minute behind or whatever. But as opposed to paying like $500 for fucking, you know, Sunday ticket or whatever, like I'm all about it. Podson, real quick, he said Devontae Adams seems so check out doing more podcasts today. Hell yeah, dude. Super checked out. And Emil, you the motherfucking man. Shout out to Canada. He said, you the man. Thank you for entertaining us, bro. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate ya. Shout out to Canada. Let's see. What's the conversion on that? Let's see. What's 14? All right. $10 super chat. You the man, Emil. You the man. $10 USD. You the man. Let's smoke it up for the crew. Oh, yeah. And Infinite said, great answer. Yeah, I mean, these guys are potentially the 3 highest valued wide receivers that came out all in the same year. You know, like, I mean, there was, you guys heard me say it. This could legit be the best wide receiver class, like top heavy, like class, like ever. Because, like, how many times do we get 3 wide receivers drafted in the top 9, 8 or 9 picks? You know, it doesn't happen that often. It really doesn't. I mean, shit. If Marvin Harrison would have went a little higher, you know, than what he did. But even then, we still don't even see that many wide receivers going in the top 4. So even that just happening, you know. And then we had Neighbors, at 6? Like 2 in the top 6? Like that rarely happens. Wide receivers rarely happens. And then 3 in the top 9? Rarely. Like I don't even know how many other times that's happened in NFL history. Nice. Papa J said London pound cake. Let's go. Remember that movie Dope? How am I going to eat my pound cake? Oh, man. That shit is fucking awesome. And Lipsy said you even get all the new movies on that. Well, that's a yes and no. Because here's the thing with the brand new movies. Like, if you go look for a movie when it literally comes out in the movie theaters, like, will it be there? Probably. But it could be a janky version of it in the beginning. Once it hits, like, so usually it's just like a couple weeks before it hits any streaming service, whether it's Amazon or Paramount or, you know, just anything. Once it hits even one streaming platform, and usually literally 2 to 3 weeks after it comes out, like that's how quick they're hitting streaming now, then you'll get the HD, you know, 100% good quality version, you know. So it all depends on how bad you want to watch it within that first week that it comes out. I'd recommend just waiting a couple weeks, like 2 weeks, and then it's Gucci. And Elias said, only question on mine, I can use it on multiple devices, just not at the same time. Well, see, like, okay, so a couple things here. Can you use it on multiple devices, not at the same time? Yes. Like if you are on your Fire Stick and then you log out and then you log in on your phone, like you could use it like that way. Perfectly fine. And then if you want to add to where, let's say you have 3 TVs in the house, and doesn't matter if they're all in the same room or not, but you have 3 separate Fire Sticks, you can upgrade your account. It's $10 extra per month to add an extra device. So instead of being 40, if you have 3 devices total, you're adding $20 to it, $60 total, but then you can use it on 3 devices simultaneously. And you can add up to 4 devices total on one account. So, let's say you and a friend want to go in on it, $40 plus the 10, $50. Divide that in half, literally 25 each. You guys use it on separate devices or whatever. As long as you're only logged in on one device, there won't be any issues. If someone logs in on a second device or something, then it would create issues. But as long as that doesn't happen, you find one person or maybe two people, you guys split it, get a higher end account. And because trust me, like that, you guys want to get this you guys want to get it. Like this is kind of like, these have been a thing for a while, but now it's a lot easier to access than before. Like literally, like I'm your customer service, like go-to guy. So if you ever had any issues, you'd literally be able to message me on Facebook, Patreon, or my business cell phone number, one of the three. And I'm very good about responding. And Lipsy said it's even better than waiting for months. Yeah, for sure. And like I said, just in the beginning, it all depends on how bad you want to watch it, like right away. Because if someone wants to watch a movie that bad, they'll deal with little bullshit like here and there, like an HD, version of the movie. Or shit, sometimes you see the ones where it's like people with like the camcorder or something. I can't watch movies like that, so I would literally just wait, myself, like personally. Yeah, only $40 a month. And Bake said, I remember LimeWire days. Once the movie hit in the theater the next day, there were the links. Sometimes people's phone recording the movie is always shitty, but still free. Minus the thousands of viruses. Yeah. Computer maintenance, like back then, we probably just never really thought about it. We just assumed like the computers, like if it was working, it was working. that was it. Like if it was working, it was working. We did not know that like there's all these viruses that could fucking, infect your computer and it take time to hit and all that kind of shit. My huge question with that, I can watch UFC fights live on it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, all the pay-per-views. So like wrestling ones, boxing, UFC, like our man Derek, like he has it pretty much just to watch like all the boxing fights that happen every weekend. So yeah, like once you find a couple things, like even and just one UFC fight, what is it for the pay-per-view per month? Like $90. That's if you have the ESPN Plus, like shit. So like this, even if you only watch the pay-per-view and literally nothing else, you are already saving yourself money. Just like if that's the only thing, and I know you care about more than that, but I'm just saying, someone literally only cared about watching a UFC pay-per-view on this, and that was it. It's still worth it, even if you watch nothing else, because you're still saving like $50 a month. And that's if you buy every single pay-per-view, And Johnny said, definitely grabbing that service in a couple months when I move. He said, no more free apartment complex, direct TV, man. Yeah, for sure. And everything just, as long as you have good Wi-Fi, that's really what it's all about, man. Long as you have good Wi-Fi. I know like even guys like Crispy, out in the middle of the boondocks, kind of sucks. Oh shit, 130 Canadian. Yeah. So let me see. So what would 30? So you're in Canada. You wouldn't bring that up if you weren't, right? Let's see, CAD to USD conversion, because you'll get charged in American dollars, but obviously that will change for you. So yeah, $40 USD is $54 and some change. So yeah, even that, like if you bought the pay-per-view, it would go from 130 to let's just say 55, and we'll round it up. Plus everything else that you get, like in addition to that. And yeah, like anyone who's into Halloween movies and shit. So there's all these different it's like 24/7 watch streams is like what I kind of like what it says on there and kind of like what it is. And like literally there's like a Halloween movie category. And like you could go on there and there's like random Halloween movies playing. It was like literally Halloween Because there's like Halloween movies, like themed movies, and then the Halloween specific Halloween like genre, you know, specifically, and or not the genre, the actual franchise, you know, those movies. And yeah, so like I've just been watching different, you know, Friday the 13th randomly, the fucking Nightmare on Elm Street and all that. And he said, yes, yeah, it's still cheaper. Yep, I did the conversion, and yeah, it's $55 Canadian dollars per month, as opposed to the 40 USD. So yeah, still a way better deal. And if you buy literally every single pay-per-view and see, and like if you guys are hustlers like me, like what would you do? You'd have a party for the UFC, and you would, you know, everyone kick in $5. I'm buying this pay-per-view, you know, and you don't got to charge them 10. You might have to charge them 10 before, but now I got this new service. You guys could come over, pitch in $5, bring some beers, and literally your whole service could get paid for that month just by a couple people coming over. All right. Because yeah, that's like back in when I would do that. This is long before these Fire Sticks were like actually like the thing. And yeah, I would always be doing that because I'd want to get the fucking fight, but I wouldn't want to pay like $50 or $100 like by myself. So I'd always try to get a few people over there to try to pitch in. And so I must have Christmas movies on that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And okay, so that literally, like, we're talking about the live TV portion of it. Like within this app, it's like, let's just say there's 3 big apps within the app. There's a live TV portion of this. That's where all the games, all the pay-per-views, literally everything that's on live TV will be in that part. But then there's a whole movies portion of this app as well, where there's over 50,000 movies on there. And, you know, 50,000, that's not every movie in existence, but pretty much every movie that I've ever tried to look for in there, I've found. So, you know, do with that information what you will. And then in addition to that, they have all the TV series in there as well. And there's like, I think 11 or 12,000 like different TV series. I know that's not every TV series in the world, but you know, pretty much everything that I care about watching, I found it like on there. So that's like another thing. That's how it's like, it's cable plus all these apps and pay-per-views and everything just linked together for one low price. And I threw the link in the chat, and I'll throw it in again just in case anybody likes my pitch now, you know, wants to get it. Links in there. And I'll actually throw it up on the screen so anybody watching this on a different streaming service who might not be here right now. Like shout out to Weed and Whiskey TV. Shout out to you Rumble peeps. There you go. There's the link of how you would pay. Once you pay, you're going to leave your phone number and your email. And then I will email you all the instructions and everything. And then your personal login will be on there as well. And then you'll get all my like contact information outside of email. Because I'll be your go-to guy if anything's ever going wrong with all this shit. And sometimes it happens at the worst times for me when people need help. But you guys even see when I'm live, I'm still helping people doing the customer service thing. Big Bando, bro, you ready? NBA Fantasy League basketball in the chat. Let's go, Big Bando. Join up. As of right now, it's going to be a $55 buy-in. 58 if you're paying one way, and then 55 if you're paying through Zelle. Everyone's pretty much down with it, like so far. But yeah, we got the fantasy basketball, guys. It's going to be a 12-team league. It's going to be $350 for first place, $100 for second place, and then $50 for third place. It's going to be a fun league. As of right now, there was 7 people who said they wanted in. I sent out the links to everybody. Pretty sure 3 or 4 people have already joined right away. I want to give the people who said they want in a chance to join now before I start going and posting it in other places. And if there is any kind of like just crazy interest, I might be opening up a second league. We'll see though. We'll see. Because this was me getting 7 people with telling nobody about this. You know, like literally just the people watching this show were like, let's fucking do it. And that's it. I have not told anybody or advertised any leagues or throwing in any fantasy football leagues or anything yet. So we'll see. It could happen. And got to answer a question here. Let's see. All right. Let's keep on smoking. Let's get it. Let's go. And let's see if there's any new news that came in while we were here. I mentioned the Joe Mixon not at practice still. Zaire Franklin back at practice. Odell Beckham, full go again. Full go again. Laramie Tunsil back at practice. That's big for the Texans. Sorry, guys. That was super loud. Let's see. Ooh, Rashee Rice news. You guys ready? So Reed said they're getting the swelling out of Rashee Rice's knee and will do further tests next week. They're slow playing the hell out of this, dude, because teams still have to account for Rice. And if you have to account for Rice, that means you're wasting time on your game plan. And Andy Reid knows that. And if he's just going to be out like either way, it's like almost worth it not to burn that roster spot just to keep it as like that he's still a threat to like play. But we already know he's not playing. Like, I mean, he's already out for this week. And you know, fantasy football wise, I say he's done. I'm glad we could put him in the IR because he's officially out. Yeah, Johnny said that's not good news, right? I mean, nothing about that sounded good, like at all. Yeah, all I can keep saying is we'll see what happens, you know, because we really have no freaking idea. Oh hey, we got another member joining the basketball league. Let's go. Yeah, Toker 1J. I think he's out for the year too. And I think they're holding out hope that he might be able to come back for the like the playoff run if they make it that far. Who knows? Johnny said that's what's delayed Hawk's diagnosis as well. Ooh, okay. Crispy says streaming service also have some extra features at the end of the channel list. Put it on the block on the children's TV. Yeah, definitely. And wait, is it there? It should be blocked. Are you saying that you have the adult channels, Crispy? Because I pretty much told them, every single person that I sign up, to remove the adult channels unless I say different. So are you saying that I mean, I know for you don't have to worry about it. You ain't got no kids, you know, running around there that you're worried about. But is that what you're saying, Crispy? Smokey the cat, what up, homie? All right. And we got a newbie jumping on the board here. We'll get him marked in. Okay. I had last week. Okay. You know, we don't have to watch the squiggles anymore. No squiggly lines anymore. All right. Okay, we got a few new people playing here. So let me update these. Got to update the board. All right. Harry Squigglies. What's that Diddy channel? Dude, that one got me. Oh man, so I need to figure out why I never get notifications anymore for your live, bro. So sorry I'm late, man. I don't know. Especially since we got remonetized, I swore people were, getting all the updates. Make sure you have notifications set to all. I know that one could be one thing. Because you could like turn on the notifications, but if you don't have it set to all, I think YouTube just picks and chooses when to send it to you. So yeah, anybody who has it turned on, that all the notifications, make sure it's on all. Let's see. If you were a little thin at RB, would you trade Amari Cooper for Chubb? Probably, because I'm not super excited about Amari Cooper either way. Jim Jam, what up? Sermon Bucky Tucker. Probably Tucker. Yeah, I think I'm leaning Tucker. Okay, says definitely on all. Yeah. YouTube personalizes the notifications. Yeah, and the Doe's always here, so that's why I don't know. But Doe, you can join on. Actually, I guess I'm testing a little experiment right now to see if more people or less people come in when I'm not posting it on Patreon. But yeah, Patreon. That's still 420crew.com. That's still, one of the places where you mostly get a lot of updates. Brian Robinson did not practice again. That sucks, man. And the Doe said, I'm hearing good news about Rice. Bro, you're not hearing good news about Rice, because if you heard anything different than what I heard earlier, it is a lie. And what I heard was, it must have said this right before you got here. Reed said they're getting the swelling out of Rashee Rice's knee, and they're going to do further tests next week. That doesn't sound good. That just sounds like nothing is progressing and more tests are going to happen next week. And then he still could be out for the whole season next week. Restaurant said, thanks for raising my spirits, Joe. Sorry, Rush Lord. Yeah, we just, it sucks. Like there's no real like good way to like okay. All right. Almost messed up here on the squares. Okay. But yeah, Doe, what did you hear? Did you hear the same thing that I heard, but you took it as good news? Because I know that could be the case. Oh, all I heard is that doesn't sound like it's season ending. Okay. See, there's a lot of clickbaity shit like out there. There really is. And it sucks because like it fucks with us. He said, oh well, yeah, I mean it might not be season ending, but yeah, Andy Reid definitely didn't say that it wasn't season ending. Like, yeah, we still got to drain his fucking knee, and it's a week later. Like, dude, it sucks, man. Like, them waiting this long is probably worse for him, like, in the long run, like, as well. Like, because when guys know that it's an ACL, they get surgery like the next day, and it's like, you know, they get things moving. But I guess either way, it's like they're just holding out hope that it's not, even though they know that it is. Johnny abandoned all hope. That way, if something good actually happens, is a total surprise, but we're prepared for the total sadness. Yeah, I think we all need to be moving forward. Like just knowing Rashee Rice isn't going to play before week 17 or on week 17 either. So Dynasty, I know there's already some people that are panicking and selling them off like hella cheap. And like, if you are thinking about just getting assets for this year, you know, maybe he is a good piece to like move off. But different levels of how cheap that I see people selling them. I got the booty with having Eckler, Robinson, McNichols. I got them all. Whoever plays, I'm good. There you go. There you go. All right, let's get a song going while I fix all the squares over here. Let's see. Oh yeah, how about go? All right. Okay. There we go. And don't forget, guys, 420crewmerch.com. Got a lot of dope designs over there. All the shirts are $19.99. So go check it out. Go peep. There's like 6 or 7 different designs over there, like brand new ones. So yeah, go check them out. Support the movement. Let's get it. This will be one of the ways that we can help the 420 crew grow. Because, yeah, people are going to see this shirt and be like, man, what's the 420 crew? You'd be like, 420 crew merch. Go check it out. That's how it's going to grow, man. It's going to catch on like wildfire. Let's get it. In a guillotine league, you starting Tolbert over Mike Wilson? Probably. I'm a little bit too nervous. Um, all right. Whew. Johnny said I got a strong team with this particular bye week decides my season. If I make it though, I got a solid sailing for 5-6 weeks. Man. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going Tolbert over Mike Williams. It's tough. All right. 420crewmerch.com. 420crew.com. Also fantasyfootballhustler.com. Go check me out there. Go follow everywhere. Hey, Bees is in the house. You know what? Fuck it. Since Bees rolled up, let's do a dab of some drip before we get out of here. Hell yeah. Let's go. Hold on one sec. Let me and so my schedule's been all fucked up, been missing the streams, man. Hey, life of an entrepreneur, right? That's how it goes. Let's see. Oh, no, here is. There we go. Look at this. Let's get some drip. If you guys are not following Drip on Instagram, go follow DRIPP Extracts. Go follow them. There we go. And man, I love these terps. It's like every time I open it, and it never does the justice, you know, just like looking in the camera, like even though it's like a 1080p like camera or whatever, never does the fucking justice, you know, for how good this actually like tastes. Yes, you know what brand the actual shirts are, trying to decide what size to get. You know what? Off the top of my head, I don't, because I don't think they're like AAA or like anything like that. And it's a print on demand one, so it's like not one where I like physically have the shirts. You order from there, and then they do the print on demand. I rock the 3Xs, man, but it's because I get them a little bit big. I feel like the extra large is very on par to the size of like a AAA or a pro, what they called, the Pro Club or whatever. I feel like it's like the same size. But I'm not sure exactly what the brand is of the shirts. I have a couple new ones coming in. I got the 420 Crew and Friends one. I think they should be coming in any day now. And I'll be able to tell you more when those ones come in. Because, yeah, I haven't got any samples of these shirts. Like, fuck, I think since 2021. It's been so long. So I feel like there's like because like pricing kind of changed like on there a little bit. So definitely could be a new brand that they use. And B said the shit with Bijan is weird. The hamstrings for 2 days. They said he's good though. They said he's good. All right, here we go. Let's fire it up. I mean, I'd be worried about Bijan just kind of in general, you know, not necessarily because of the hammies. Oh. Fuck. Woo. Yeah, if he stays healthy, he'll keep it going. Yeah. Infinite 16 teamer 4-0. But AJ Brown and Devontae. So we got Adams, Whittington, Jaden Reed. Versus Chase Jefferson, Marvin Harrison Jr. See, this is why I don't look at matchups. Because you just got to put your best foot forward. And then, you know, doing this, you could psych yourself out. You don't want to psych yourself out. All right. Whew. Appreciate all you guys rocking. We got Thursday night football tonight. So I'll be back for that. We'll see you guys then. And go check out the start and sit video. Go check out all the waiver wire videos. Even if you're going just to hit the thumbs up. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up, man. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you a little later for Thursday night football. Let's get it.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the